Hi, it's Diederik here. I've been getting a lot of inquiries lately, inquiry phone calls and emails about no-shows. What do we do about no-shows? We consistently have people not showing up. How can we prevent that? Now, in some practices, there's not many no-shows. In other practices, there's a lot. And in certain practices, it's cultural. These ideas that we're going to share now very quickly are going to help get your no-show rate down quite considerably. So there's three strategies that I've got for you that work really well. So, and you can use these either by themselves or you can use a combination. So the first thing is, please understand that a third of people that don't show up for an appointment are so embarrassed that they've stuffed you around that they're not going to walk back in your door for quite some period of time. So most people who don't show do so accidentally. It's not as if they deliberately wake up in the morning and decide they're going to stuff you around by not showing up. But the fact is that a third of people that don't show up for an appointment, whether it's their vet or their hairdresser or their doctor or their solicitor or whatever, they're so embarrassed they won't want to show their face in that door for quite some period of time. So when you ring these people up and say, hey, Leslie, you had an appointment here this afternoon to see Dr. Smith. Did something happen? We noticed you haven't you haven't shown up. So that phone call needs to come from a caring perspective. Hey, Leslie, are you and Max all right? Is everything all right? We had you booked in, you didn't show. Is everything okay with you? And that's got to be a genuine, heartfelt, are you okay phone call. And then you offer to reschedule. Look, Leslie, Dr. Smith has an appointment tomorrow afternoon at 3. How about I schedule you and Max in to see him then? So assume they still want the appointment. Assume the appointment. Don't ask permission. Assume the appointment. We've been through this again and again and again. So how long should you wait before you make that phone call? So if their appointment was at 3 o'clock this afternoon, during them at 5 after 3, during them at 3:15, during them at 4 o'clock, during them at 6 o'clock before you close, during them tomorrow morning, totally up to you. I'm suggesting that it be relatively contemporaneous, that it be maybe half an hour or 60 minutes from that appointment that they had. And this become systematized in your practice so that if someone doesn't show up at 3, your receptionist gets on the phone at 3:30 and rings Leslie up and rebooks that appointment. So that's strategy number one. Strategy number two is the day before phone call. So Leslie's got an appointment today at 3 o'clock. Yesterday, my receptionist would have rung all today's appointments up and said, or send an SMS, you can do it either way, and said, hey, look, Leslie, you've got an appointment to see Dr. Smith tomorrow afternoon at 3, just confirming that everything's all right. So automating that out of your software and sending an SMS works really well. Some software will even allow you to, for Leslie to hit accept or and that then gets fed back to the practice software. Other practices are not, other software is not that advanced. So the studies on this are really interesting. The studies show that the phone call the day before decreases no-shows by only 18%. 18%. It's not huge. It's significant, but it's not huge. And the third strategy is one that was documented by Dr. Robert Cialdini, and he documented this in a book called Yes, and he also documented this in his most recent book called Persuasion. Persuasion, not persuasion, persuasion. If you like reading or I like audiobooks, this is an amazing book. I most strongly recommend that you get this book. So anyway, the studies, normally in a veterinary practice, Leslie's going to be standing at reception. This is a month ago or 3 months ago, whatever. My nurse, Kerry, is going to make an appointment with her, and she's going to say, Leslie, I've written it on the card here for you. You're seeing Dr. Smith at 3:30 on Wednesday the 18th, and then Kerry gives the card to Leslie. This strategy prevents 80%. That's 80% of no-shows. Leslie, here's our appointment card. Here's a pen. Please write down the next appointment. You're seeing Dr. Smith at 3 o'clock on Wednesday the 18th, I think I said. Where the client writes the date and time down, they have emotionally committed to that appointment, and therefore they are much, 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 much more likely to keep that appointment and show up. This strategy decreases your no-show rate by 80%. Isn't that awesome? So my suggestion would be that you use all three strategies. They write down their own appointment, you send them an SMS 24 hours before, and you ring them up half an hour after they don't show, and you'll find your no-show rate dropping down to almost zero. Something you should really apply in your practice. This is really awesome stuff. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.